We're still very much looking ahead here on Hong Kong Direct. As we get towards the end of the season, a number of three-year-olds have already put their foot forward as maybe stars for next season. So in a moment, we'll hear from some of Hong Kong's journalists, analysts, Hong Kong's finest in actual fact, their thoughts on the best three-year-olds so far. But here's a little teaser as to some of the stars we've already seen.
Courier Wonder, he's holding, he's delivering vases now, the Courier. Courier Wonder won the vase. Fantastic Treasure, he starts roaring home, he just finds a way to win. Fantastic Way, he's a length and a half on the runner. And Fantastic Way beat the runner and like that. Winner Method's coming through strongly. The money's going to be right. Brilliant Fortune gave him a scare but couldn't beat him. Killer B is starting to roar home now. Killer B comes and stung him at the line. Carroll Street looks to be going better. Winner Method doesn't seem to have too much of a response. Carroll Street is going to win. Master 8 the leader. Fireball is 4 lengths away. What is expected on debut and bolt in.
Well, I think there's only one horse to be looking at, really. I mean, we've had some fantastic three-year-olds come through the system, but the one that's really stood out for me is Courier Wonder. I mean, he's gone from October operating very low up to over 100 now. He's won at Group 3 level. He's just been incredibly impressive in the way in which he's done it as a three-year-old. So I'm extremely excited about how he's going to come back. Not to say that we haven't seen, you know, another one there as Master 8. I was more than taken with as well, but we've only seen him once so far, and I don't know that we've seen them all at this stage of even the end of the season. We might have one coming up next weekend possibly, so there's a lot of exciting young three-year-olds to look forward to, but Courier Wonder is a standout horse.
Looking forward to seeing Killer B back at the races next season. Very exciting horse from Casper Foundyard. He's only had the 4 starts. His last 2 wins I thought were brilliant, especially last start where he was caught really wide. You don't see many horses do that. I like the way he kept onto the line, and he just looks like an exciting talent on the way forward. That win a couple of starts ago where he looked like he couldn't win and then got up late was pretty incredible. I just love the way he kept trying last start. He obviously has a turn of foot, but he's obviously got a big heart as well.
Well, I think certainly plenty for three-year-olds to choose from this season as horses to follow next year. Some of them are quite obvious. I've gone for one that I think might be a little less obvious, and it's a horse who won 2 out of 2 in Australia but hasn't won yet in Hong Kong in 2 starts, and his name is War Weapon. Trained by Casper Founds, he was gelded after his first run, which was only just a pass mark. But his second run, we saw him unleash a brilliant last 400 metres and 200 metres. It was a fast run race won by Dublin Star, and I think a lot of people would have watched that finish thinking, gee, Dublin Star's finished fast. Well, War Weapon was 4 lengths behind him at the 200 metre mark and was beaten 1 length. So he has reeled off a brilliant last 200, and I think he's shaping as a horse who will get out over a mile at least, and I think that puts him right in the picture for a race like the Classic Mile.
I would love to nominate any of the great young sprinters we've got coming up. Courier Wonder, Killer B, all those, the obvious ones, very exciting time for them, but the horse I'm really excited about is Fantastic Treasure in the mile category and maybe beyond for David Hayes. He's done a fabulous job this season, winning 5 in a row and rising through the classes. I think he's got real scope to be a real contender next year. I think he's just got that touch of real class. He's mercurial. He can find himself in trouble and get himself out, as he did when he won his last start, back on the rails with Chad. And the horse's will to win to go through gaps showed a real desire and a real competitiveness.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what Master 8 can do. He's a jump and run sprinter from the Frankie Law stable, and it looks like he's got exceptional ability. I really think he can progress and get to a triple-figure rating, and I know his jockey Joe Moreira is very excited about the future. He just jumped straight to the front, controlled the race and kicked away to win by about just over 3 lengths. It was very impressive, and it looks like he's got a lot of upside.
I wouldn't disagree with any of what was said there, and it's interesting that Joe was actually on quite a number of those horses as well, so there's plenty for Joe to look forward to next season as well. There's plenty to look forward to for him this weekend as well, because we have a quick look ahead to race number 8 on the programme, and you'll see some familiar names here. Winner Method, who was just mentioned there, big rating here off 80 Zach Perkins, who's giving weight to the field, but there's other 3-year-olds in the field. I'm a Single Man, who hasn't managed to win just yet here in Hong Kong, but Rock Your Heart making his debut for Francis Lloyd. Jack Long rides him. He's had 2 trials. He's looked all right. I Am 30 was his name when he's trained by the guys in Australia. Trust Me, Beauty Miko, Diamond Brilliant, Drops of God is the one that stands out there with one. Joe Moreira on his back once more. Very impressive, winning on debut, beating Victory Scholars, who actually goes round in race number 7 on the programme. I think the horse that Jenny was talking about as well when she said maybe we'll see another one this weekend was Lucky With You, who also goes round in the 7th, trained by David Hayes. But let's just stick with Drops of God and get Joe's thoughts about the weekend.
Joe, you've ridden some really nice first starters this season. How did you rate Drops of God's debut against them?
Another one, very nice one. He's done it in a good way at his first run, and we couldn't ask for more than what he did. You know, he's such a professional horse.
Much harder field this week. He showed plenty of early speed on debut, but he's also been ridden back in the trials. Do you need to go forward in Class 3, or are you happy to go back if you need to?
If I need to, I'm happy to go back. He seems to be a bit versatile type of a horse, and off a lightweight, I guess he's going to be able to hit the line very strong. You know, it is a strong race. He's up in class, but I think the lightweight on his back is going to appreciate that, and we just about find out if he's up to the class. I believe he is, and I'm quite excited to be seated on his back on the weekend once again.
You won by 2 lengths on debut. Was there plenty more to give if you had have needed it?
Yes, plenty left in the tank, and we wonder why Size back him up in 2 weeks' time. You know, that means he kind of felt that the horse done what he needed to do without overdoing at his first attempt. So he's another horse that no doubt people should keep their eyes on him, because he seems quite promising.
Promising indeed. And John Size won behind Casper Found as they go into the weekend in the Trainers' Title race as well. He's getting £16 off Winner Method. That might be the difference. But interesting, Winner Method up to the 1,200 metres. First time he's tried that trip as well. I think he was probably looking for it last time out when he was beaten by Carroll Street. All right, so that's race number 8 on a big day's racing at Sha Tin. 12:15, we're on air for a 12:45 at first. Happy Valley Wednesday night, then back again to Sha Tin a week on Sunday. But remember, following week, no Happy Valley. It's Royal Ascot that week. So there's a blank week as far as local racing is concerned, but plenty to enjoy with horses potentially being sold up here to Hong Kong or coming for the international meetings later in the year. Well, that's the show. Thanks for watching. Just about run out of time. We're going to leave you this week with, so we're looking ahead to the 3-year-olds making their mark. Some of the older horses will retire at the back end of the season. One of those is Singapore Sling. So we're going to look back and enjoy his Classic Cup win back in 2018 for Chad Schofield and Tony Millard, beating none other than the mighty Exultant. So enjoy this. We'll see you again on Sunday. Bring all the action from Hong Kong directly.
On the inside of Rivet, and Dr. Jeff is last of all. The Golden Age is trotting along on the lead as they sweep down the side at the 800. The Golden Age by 2 lengths. Riven's now gone to a clear-cut second. 2 further back, Singapore Sling's had a lovely run. Followed then by a Grand Chancellor who's 4th. Beauty Miles is covering ground. More Than Lucky, Exultant's very close midfield. Nothing I Like More. Moreira's getting onto the back of Purton. He's going to have to ride for luck. He's in a little bit of dire straits here. Rat and Goldfield Rivet and Dr. Jeff. The Golden Age swinged into the stretch with a length advantage over Riven. Singapore Sling, Nothing I Like More, picking up speed down near the rail with Ratton. Then Exultant further out. It's still the Golden Age. Singapore Sling, he wants vengeance for defeat in the Classic Mile. Race to a narrow lead from the Golden Age. Then Exultant, Nothing I Like More can't win, but Singapore Sling careering away with the Classic Cup.